So how many people would feel like their cell phone is a part of them? Well, I do too, because whenever I lose my cell phone, I always feel like I'm missing a piece of myself. But there are all kinds of different cell phones that you can get, along with a whole bunch of different features and functions that they can do. Well, we would all like the coolest and high-tech cell phone that there is. That is why the best cellular device out there today is the iPhone, I feel. I've been researching the topic for about a week on two internet sources, apple.com and iPhoneFacts.org. The iPhone is more than just a phone. It combines three devices into one. The iPhone is a revolutionary phone and has a widescreen iPod and a fast internet service. Today I will be talking about the technical specifications and the features on the iPhone. The first iPhones made available in the United States was in 2007, and then they later came out with the 3G, which came out in 2008, and then now the 3GS, which came out in 2009. In 2007, Time Magazine named it Invention of the Year. The iPhone has a weight of about 4.8 ounces, and the screen is about 3.5 inches, and it comes in either black or white. The iPhone comes with, or you get a choice of three different ones. There's an 8 gig, and that's just a 3G one, and then there's now a 16 gigabyte one, which is the 3GS, and then there's a 32 gigabyte one, which is $300. The camera is a 2 megapixel, but the 3GS now is a 3 megapixel camera, and it also has autofocus and video recording. The battery is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that can last up to 300 hours of standby time, which is a pretty long time. Now that I've talked about the technical specifications, I would now like to talk about the iPhone features. With the iPhone, Apple combined innovative hardware features with the world's most advanced mobile operating system to redefine what a mobile phone can do. Applications work together seamlessly and in sync with your computer, whether you have a PC or a Mac. Doesn't matter. The iPhone is different from common desktop interfaces because the iPhone interface enables users to move the content itself by using a touch drag lift motion of the finger, which is specifically created for just your finger use. The speed desired for scrolling is computed based on the speed acceleration with which the drag motion is performed. The iPhone makes possible to zoom in and out of objects such as web pages and photos by respectively pinching and unpinching them. So let's kind of get your fingers, I don't know, you guys probably have seen them before, just kind of pinch. And then also with that, the scaling is done uniformly and proportionally based on the image in question. So there's no distortion of the image, so you can see it clearly the whole time. For text input, the iPhone uses a virtual keyboard on the touch screen. It has automatic spell check and predictive word capabilities and dynamic dictionary that learns new words. So that's pretty useful. I mean, what phone could predict what you're going to say? Not only is the touchscreen and keyboard capabilities a new high-tech advancement in iPhones, but so is the fast internet. The iPhone has Wi-Fi built in, which allows it to access the internet through wireless networks, such as it uses Safari. The iPhone uses fast 3G and Wi-Fi wireless connections to deliver rich HTML emails, maps with GPS and Safari. And since the iPhone multitasks, you can make a phone call while emailing a photo or surfing the web. The internet seems to be getting faster and faster with every new iPhone that becomes created, and I'm sure it'll just get even better. But the iPhone also comes with amazing applications and addicting games. I personally don't have an iPhone, but I'm sure you guys have seen them, and you see people just playing with them on campus, and I don't know, they're pretty crazy. Like, I can't believe that all those games are even in a phone. But you can choose from thousands of applications on the App Store and download them with the tap of the finger. And there's basically an app for everything. And from its revolutionary multi-touch display to its intelligent keyboard and smart sensors, the iPhone is the best phone available. So if you're thinking about getting a new phone, maybe you should spend that little extra and have the ability to do almost anything in the palm of your hand.
So, Rory, what did you think?
I thought it was a good speech for this audience because so many people now have iPhones and people that don't have them want one. And I thought you had a good intro. You set us up pretty well for your speech. Your transitions from point to point were pretty good. And you had okay eye contact, and but I liked it. It was interesting to me because I don't have an iPod either, or an iPhone either, and I want one, so I want to know more about it. That's about it.
All right, the opening is okay, and you set up a little bit of interest in the subject. The problem I think that I see with the speech is that it's more of an informative speech than it is a persuasive speech. You're telling us about the iPhone, rather than telling us why the iPhone is superior to, for instance, other phones that are available. Don't BlackBerries have applications? Don't they have access to 3G? Don't they have some of this other technology? Why is one better than the other? What's unique about it? What's advantageous? Maybe some cost comparisons, personal testimonials, something along those lines that makes those kinds of comparisons. If you were selling this product, showing the stuff is great, and it's always going to be interesting, but the question comes down to why would I choose this as opposed to all of these other things, and that's where you want to emphasize that certain things are unique. For instance, the pinching technology, or maybe some of the applications that are unique, or the way you scroll through the pages. I'm not quite sure how unique they are. I have a primitive cell phone, and I have an iPod that's basically the iPhone without the phone part. So it's got all those things on it, the Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. But I've never owned a BlackBerry. I don't know what all these other choices are, and so I don't have any way of contrasting them. So as an argument, I think it's underdeveloped. As an informative speech, I think you do an okay job. But here's a perfect example of a situation where with an informative speech, you'd benefit from having some visual materials, because you're trying to visualize the pinching technology, for instance, and you do it okay, but being able to see it would be nice, or the scrolling, or how the dictionary works in coming up with potential words for you, or what some of the apps are, or how you can move things around on the iPhone. That work really well for an informative speech with some visuals. As a persuasive speech, I think it's a little bit problematic. A couple of places you just get a little bit into reading the specifications, and the way you say it's, by the way, specifications, it sounds to me like you're saying specifications, and it's just a little bit awkward there. I'm sorry, that's the second one in a row where I picked on somebody's pronunciation as something, and it's just because I noticed it. I apologize. It's not that big a deal. All right, thank you.